Swadika, and welcome to Be My Guest, the program which brings you successful stories of entrepreneurs and organizations in both the domestic and international arenas. I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. And as the world is about to experience the energy shortage in the future, innovators are thus working hard towards the alarming issue to address the problem through the innovation in order to efficiently use the energy and to save it for the later generations. In this episode of the program, I'm taking you to meet the winners from Smart Energy Hackathon that encourages the pruning of the innovation solution to address energy issue in the world. And we're meeting them, our interviewees and the winners of the Smart Energy Hackathon at the Sukosan Hotel on Sea Ayutthaya Road. And currently I am with Kun Nopakun Wongsi Nopakun, the software developer of SolarPi team, and also the Kun Bobin Lee, the business and finance officer of SolarPi team. Swadika.
Swadika.
So first of all, many people, many of our viewers might be wondering who you are. So can you give us some self-introduction?
Sure. My name is Bobin Lee, and I'm from Korea. I have some background in economics, and I've worked in finance and consulting before. And I joined the solar energy hackathon because I've been learning to program since last year, and I have an interest in technology and innovation, and I kind of wanted to see what it's all about. And it's a competition, so you get to meet some new people, get to know about some interesting technologies, and I heard it's fun, so I joined.
Okay, now what about you?
I'm a software developer of the SolarPi team, and I'm Thai. I'm from Thailand, but I studied in Singapore for 4 years and in Australia for 3. And yeah, I graduated in software and computer systems, and currently I'm working with a company. I develop a website for them, and yeah, I also developed the software system for SolarPi.
Okay. Yeah. And regarding this event or the contest, Smart Energy Hackathon South Asia, so what are the objectives of this event?
There's multiple parts to it. There's multiple parties involved. There's the organizers, and there's the participants, and there's the sponsors. So for the participants who come to a hackathon, it's a fun challenge. You get some good experience out of it, you get to build a cool application, and you get to network with a lot of people. For the sponsors who kind of invest some money into the program, it's a way for them to kind of scout out some new technologies, what can be built, whether they take those ideas and put them into use for their own use at their own companies. That's at their discretion, and the organizers, they're there to actually organize the whole event. And so multiple parties are involved, and it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Okay, so actually your team is SolarPi.
Yes.
Okay, so can I ask you what SolarPi is?
So before we get into SolarPi, I think you have to understand what SolarCoin is first. So SolarCoin is developed by SolarCoin Foundation, which grant SolarCoin to every megawatt hour of solar energy produced. So it's kind of an incentive for people to use solar energy. But at the moment, to get a solar coin, it's super difficult because everything is manual. It takes a long time, and we developed SolarPi, which connect directly to the solar panel inverter, and it automates the whole process, make it easier.
Okay, so could you explain, let's a bit more elaborate on how the SolarPi here can be used?
Right. So when you get the SolarPi, you connect it to the inverter. Everything will be automated because we target people who don't know technology at all, but want to use solar energy. So after that's done, we get the information from the inverter, so we know how much is produced. And afterwards we store that in the blockchain, so everything is secure. And we use that data to grant SolarCoin as well. And then the wallet, SolarCoin wallet, is right in the CPU, in the SolarPi. And with this data as well, we upload it to the internet, the cloud we have. And this data is accessible by mobile phone and desktop and everything as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I believe that, okay, for this event, the Smart Energy Hackathon Southeast Asia, okay, this year, so the contestants, or the participants need to address the energy issue. So what energy issue that you are addressing in this event?
The big problem is, well, we are obviously addressing solar energy, and the cost of it is expensive. If an individual want to buy a solar panel, it's very expensive. With Solar Coin Foundation, they make it a lot easier, and we help everyone connect together. So our problem we're addressing is basically, I guess, making solar panel system less expensive.
Okay. And do you have anything to add about challenges?
In terms of the product, or perhaps just energy in general?
Yeah, or maybe we start with the product.
Sure. Some of the challenges are that we kind of need to make it commercially viable. That it might work for a few people, but would the general audience or the general market, everyday people who own solar panels, like would they be willing to use it? And not only that, but would they be willing to purchase it? And so some of the things that we have to address are, can we justify the costs? And then convincing potential users that yes, it's totally justified and you'll benefit from it in the long run.
So that means right now this innovation is still a concept. Is it a product concept?
Well,
it's actually commercialized.
Well, it's currently, we have a currently working prototype. There's a lot of kinks that we have to work on, but at the same time, we also want to improve it.
Okay.
But Solar Coin is functioning right now. Solar Coin, we're developing our product to help Solar Coin.
Okay, so we are coming towards the end of the first break. Be my guest. Okay, so my question to you is, how do you see? I would say the energy solution or energy problems right now, maybe in the world, not only in Thailand.
How would we solve?
Yeah, or how the energy, I would say, environment or energy problem in the world is.
Mind if I start off?
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, it's a given that the industries and economies of today, we are heavily focused on using energy to survive, and energy is a crucial part of our life. If we didn't have energy, we wouldn't have lighting, we wouldn't be able to use our phones, no laptops, no cars. But one of the large issues that are contributing to climate change today is that a lot of the energy that we generate is from burning fossil fuels, and not really non-renewable energy sources such as fossil fuels, oil, coal, and gas, which is a little cleaner than the others. And we're just too heavily reliant on these. And so one of the issues that I believe is we need to focus more on cleaner sources of energy. We call them green or renewable energy sources, including solar, wind, biomass, hydro. And right now, some sources say about 20% of the world's energy is produced from renewable energy sources. But with the current rate of climate change that's going on, it's just the shift towards taking that 20% into a bigger number is just a little too slow. And so, governments, local, state governments, and everyday people kind of need to understand and address that concern.
Yeah, and I think, shifting from traditional coal and fuel energy to renewable is quite expensive, and I think our product can help. Maybe a little, maybe more. We don't know until we implement it, I guess.
Okay, and that has been the only two members. Actually, you are the two members. Out of 5 members from Solar Pi team. And thank you very much for your time today.
Yeah,
thank you. ขอบคุณครับ
Michael here in wonderful Thailand to ask, given all the latest news, what do you think you know about Thailand? Looks like it's still business as usual, chilling out. Maybe grab some of the local food and check out the Thai scene. Perhaps partying a little bit with friends. Trust in Thailand and have some fun.
Welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest with me, Sarosha Ratanapian, and I'm with the other two members of SolarPi team. Okay, that is Mr. Dominic Schaefer, the software engineer of SolarPi team, and also Mr. Ilya Richardland, the architecture and mobile development. Swadika. So first of all, can you introduce yourself a bit and also talk a bit about your responsibilities in the team?
Yeah, my name is Dominic Schaefer. I'm a software engineer, as you said. I kind of collected the other members at the hackathon and convinced them of the idea. I was a little bit prepared for this challenge and could find enough members to win the hackathon in the end. My role is more to the technical role, which has to do with the blockchain itself and the Raspberry that has been shown. So it's quite technical. That's what I do.
And what about you?
My name is Ilya. I have kind of IT entrepreneurial background. In SolarPi, I did product architecture from the software side and the mobile development. That's it.
Okay, so could you talk a bit about the function of SolarPi here? So what does it function? How is it function?
The SolarPi is this device. It's basically a microcomputer, so it's like any other computer, but of course with some limitations due to its size and price. And you install like an operating system on this SD card, and this is what we provide. So we provide software on this SD card, which does all the work. Maybe you want to explain what exactly it does?
Yes, so if we come to it from starting from the product point of view, first we have to mention a bit about SolarCoin itself. SolarCoin is kind of the opposite of Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, to generate one value of that cryptocurrency, a lot of energy wastes and a lot of hardware resources are consumed. SolarCoin is the opposite. It is generated depending on the amount of energy generated by the solar panels. So in SolarCoin, we have a few problems now. One of them is lengthy verification process and automatization of SolarCoin's granting, and our device is solving that problems by automating the process of actually logging the produced inner energy into the blockchain and automating the SolarCoin's granting.
Okay, so that's quite a bit technical. However, it addresses the issue of solar power in the world. And you told us at first that you are the one who collected the member, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell us about your potential in the team? So what is the talent that you have in order to make this team, SolarPi?
Mine or everyone
can we start? Can we start with you?
So I have an engineer background, so I'm familiar with hard and software, the interface communication between them, and this is what we need for this project, because yeah, we have to tell the Pi what it has to do. And I also am in contact with the foundation of SolarCoin and some members there. So I have good contacts to realize the project. And also software background.
Okay. Now what about your strength?
My strength is probably knowing a bit of everything. So I have experience in entrepreneurship, in software development, architecture, like all the different technologies involved in marketing a bit. So.
Okay. So that means actually in order to make a successful team, so you need people from different backgrounds. Is that right? In order to make a perfect team. Okay. Now what about when you address, okay, this innovation of solar power energy, okay, so why is it important? Why do you raise this issue up?
Do you mean what our product is, what the motivation is for us?
Yes.
Okay, so all members of our team believe in renewable energies, that this will be the future and will solve many problems, environmental, social, etc. And the solar coin technology, it incentivizes the production of solar energy. So the motivation for us is that if we make the network, the solar coin network, strong and accessible to every customer, or let's say user now, because it doesn't cost anyone anything to participate in the solar coin network. You just have to set up some device that communicates with the blockchain, which is basically the network. This is like the only investment you have to make in order to participate, and from then on you can only benefit. And yeah, the motivation for us is probably that if enough people believe in this idea of solar coin, not our product specifically, but the solar coin, then it could mean an increase of sales in solar systems, for example. And our device is like the missing link between normal customer and this blockchain, because not everyone wants to get deep knowledge about blockchain. They just want to plug in the device and that's it.
Okay, and talking about practicality, so you think this innovation, okay, is practical or not?
It's practical, yeah. The goal is that you just plug this device in, of course with a nice case so it doesn't look like this. And from then it should work. So we want to take a lot of setup from the customer and take responsibility for this part.
Okay, and what about you? What do you think about this innovation? So how do you like it?
Yeah, as Dominic said, it is if it's work and if you have a market-ready product, it will incentivize the solar panel owners in additional way by granting the solar coins. So I believe we are doing a good thing for the industry.
Okay, and this innovation is called Solar Pi.
Yes.
Okay, right, okay, from Solar Pi team. So last but not least, any final note? Do you want to say anything to our fans of the program?
Yeah, go to the internet, read a bit about this technology. It might be an important technology in the future.
Okay, and what about you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, check about the solar coin. The idea is worth looking into, and especially if you have solar panels or planning to install the solar panels, follow our project and participate in it.
Okay, okay, so thank you very, very much for your time today. ขอบพระคุณค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
Thai people are born in such a unique place. We have lots of water, so we keep a jar of water in front of our house to welcome guests. We float markets on it. We throw it for festive fun. And we use it to shower elephants sometimes. Our weather allows us to laugh only on 2 days. The days which are sunny and the days which are not. Food is plentiful. We have fish in the water, rice in the fields. That's why we always make lots of it, so we can share. The way of Thai, our way of unique happiness, and it begins with the people. Amazing Thailand.
Welcome back to the program again with me, Sarosha Ratanapian, and I'm still with Mr. Bobin and Kun Nopakun. And we also have Mr. Supakan Kongsomjit, the business strategist of Solar Lighting. So the first question, okay, of this break will be how do you form the team? Because I know that actually you are from different places in the world, and then you just, came together in Solar Lighting.
Yep, so I remember very distinctively walking into the hall that day, being very hungry, so I grabbed some food, sat down, and Ilya, the other guy, was there, and we started talking, and he asked me, hey, do you want to be in the same team? I was like, yeah, sure, because I know no one there, And then afterwards, Ilya went and talked to Dom. So they talked, and I was trying to find other people to talk, and afterwards, we three were talking, and then these two came in, and then we five were talking, and it was getting a little late, so I was like, hey guys, the registration is going to be closed. Do you want to go and register? So we went and registered, and that's how we formed the team, No one knew each other beforehand. Yeah, we just met on the day. Okay,
and talk about chemistry between, among you all, so how is it?
So the chemistry, I feel very good about the team because, I don't know, there was no conflict, nothing, and in terms of skill sets, I feel like everyone has something specific, so nothing clash. So, everyone has something they can work on and complement each other. And our personality as well, I think, we are a little different, but, complement each other. There was no conflict, nothing. It was pretty good.
And in the contest, can you tell us a bit about what happened, really happened from day 1 to day 3? Because that's, hackathon, that's very, very long.
Sure. Well, the first day is registration. Like people, to give you a little context, people could either sign up as groups or individuals. And so registration happens that day. People have to kind of network and get to introduce each other. And once everyone forms groups, you get a little briefing and you get to talk with the group for a little bit and kind of think about, what you're going to do on day 2. And what do we do on day 2?
So we came really early on day 2 because hacking starts at 8 a.m. So we went before 8, and then when it started, we just started, programming, and these guys were researching and, making PowerPoint slides, and 3 of us were just talking about technical stuff. Yeah. And there were mentors that walked around and helped us, form the idea and, how to pitch it and stuff like that. I think that was most of day 2. Yeah, just a lot of hard work, and I remember going back home at like 1 a.m., Yeah, because we thought we were super tired, but we couldn't, go on because, we weren't productive anymore.
Yeah. Actually, by the end of day 2, we actually got the real product, and the first draft of presentation was finished, and so we draft our script and how could we pitch the product so that everybody the audience could easily understand what we were doing.
Okay.
So I think that's basically the day 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on day 3?
And on day 3, you guys all come back together at 7 in the morning, right over again. We all met, and we'll get to do the last bit of work to be able to submit our work. The deadline's at noon. And I think we wait around an hour or 2 until the pitches actually start, and that's when You have to present what you've done for the past 2 days, like to the audience and the judges,
In 4 minutes,
in 4 minutes.
pitching.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were the picture at that moment.
Yes.
In that day.
Yes.
Okay, so and a trick for successful communication or successful pitching.
You practice.
Practice.
Okay.
I think 4 minutes is not a long time. When people get nervous, they tend to forget a little of their lines here and there, and they might talk up or talk down a little slower or faster. So you have to kind of drill down what you're going to say into those 4 minutes.
Okay. And I would like to know more about the future plan of Solar Pi team. So of Solar Pi, there's innovations, and how do you see it in the future?
We already start to meet up and formulate plans and possibilities of the application, and there we are taking on different takes as well. Instead of just solar coin, we're looking at selling excess solar energy as well, because since it's already there, might as well use it. So yeah, I think we're gonna make the prototype functional, like fully functional, and test it, and then present it to people and see how it's gonna be in the market.
Okay. Okay, that's one way to commercialize it. And any interested individual who are interested in your project.
We believe that the electricity will not be just only for use in household level, but in the future probably if the microgrid is already well established, solar coin or other kind of the cryptocurrency will be one of the medium to transact between households, so that every household can trade between each other in terms of electricity, power, and other throughout solar coin. Yeah.
Okay, so we are looking forward to seeing more of solar. I would say Solar Pi in the future. Now, what about experiences? What have you learned, from joining the contest?
I learned a lot about cryptocurrency. Yeah.
We all do, right?
Yeah, I think we really had to dig down deep into the domain that we're entering with blockchain and solar coin cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And so not only we're just building conventional knowledge and expertise, I think we also build a lot of team building skills, teamwork, which is a big part of groups of any size that are working towards a similar objective or goal. And so,
and though many skilled professors and mentors around that talk to us about the history of things, the future of energy, and people there were really awesome, I feel.
Yeah, they were very helpful, very willing to help us, and some offered to, hey, later, let's go grab some coffee or grab some lunch together. Wow.
That's true, right? And one thing that we learned a lot is how to explain such very technical stuff to normal audience who has no background at all about cryptocurrency. And even it was our challenge in order to pitch about the blockchain system, the solar coins, to all the audience at the time. So we try to formulate our idea, kind of slowly deliver it out, so that everyone can be on the same page.
Okay.
So it's soft skill is something that we learn a lot.
Okay, so one question here, so how do you simplify things? Because, when listening to your innovation here, it's quite technical for me as well. So how do you do it?
One of the things that I like to think about is how can you explain this to a middle schooler? And so try not to get all the technical details involved, but kind of break it down into, what is it about, what can it do, and perhaps give some examples and just illustrate, what this thing is about. And so if you try to keep that in mind and not to get bogged down into the details, I think that's one way you can do it.
Okay, and all in all, analyzing target audience can be very important because there are generalists, not specialists. So last question here, so do you have any contact information where people can learn more about Solar Pi and Solar Coin?
Yeah, we do have our website called getsolarcoin.com.
Solar Pi.
Getsolarpi.com, sorry. And if you want to learn more about SolarCoin, there's this website called solarcoin.org as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this has been, okay, I'm the 3 members, okay, out of 5. Okay, actually, we have the RA2 as well, okay, from SolarPoint team. And thank you very much for your time today. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you.
Thank you ครับ
Smart Energy Hackathon is an innovation vehicle with the mission of evolving strong teams with viable solutions into real companies. And finally, Solar Pi is the winner to creatively address digital smart energy solutions. Moreover, we observe many investors and incubator centers who passionately support the founding of these solutions into actual businesses. And for this episode to be my guest, we have to thank you, the lovely hotel and lovely location here, the Sukoson Hotel on Sea, Ayutthaya Road. And that's all the time we have for Be My Guest this week. Thank you very much for watching us and tuning in. For more information, you can log into thainews.prd.go.th/en. And I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. สวัสดีค่ะ